The Container Effects plugin allows us to create an animation that follows a path, and it's found within the built-ins in the container plugins in the Container Effects folder. And you can see that we have a scene set up here. We have 10 cubes set up as subcontainers of one main group here. And we drag this Container Effects onto our topmost group that houses all of our subcontainers. And when we do that, you can see that it automatically adds a Pathfinder plugin as well. So we have two settings here to adjust now, the setting and the Pathfinder. So what I'm going to do is click on the setting here first, and I'm actually going to take this container and drag it into our bottom part of our dock here just to expand the editor here. And the first thing that we need to adjust within our here is this progress percentage. And as we do that, you can see what's happening here. It's animating our containers together. So now it's just a matter of coming into your other settings within the properties and adjusting it. For instance, down below we have our options under general. We have rotation settings that we can apply. So we have a rotate X, a rotate Y, and a rotate Z. There's also offsets along the animation path that we can set. We can spread this out a little bit more if need be. We also have a scale setting over here, so we can scale each axis. So we have a setting here under X on both the beginning and end of the cubes or the path of it. So we can do this for the X, the Y, and the Z for each one of our containers. There's also a rotation. If we click on this, again, we have our graphs down here that we can adjust and set where we want our rotations to start and end on each axis within this setting. Furthermore, we have a color that we can adjust. And again, like the other settings where you see this color bar, you have options here that you can click within this color bar and change each color. If you want to add a color within anywhere, you can just add it within this color bar and then come down and adjust it that way. There's also an alpha. And you've probably seen this alpha graph and other things like the RFX smoke. So we can come in here and adjust the alpha at the beginning and the end of this path. Now back up top, there's a position wrap and it's set to extrapolate by default. We also have a clamp and a repeat. Again, if you have it on repeat, it's just going to repeat constantly as you would move this progress percentage. Now what's more, you also have additional settings over here under position, rotation, scale. So you can turn all of this off or use the spline or global setting for each one of these. Now it's set to spline by default, and that means we could go into our Pathfinder plugin and adjust the settings within there as well. So within the Pathfinder, we have our shape type. We have a wave, we have a circle, a spring, or a line. If we change it to a circle and then come back into our and adjust our progress percentage again, you can see what's happening here. If you want to keyframe this, you could just come into your progress percentage, set a keyframe, and then advance this up to 100 or further if beyond, if need be, and set another keyframe. And now you could come back and start playing with your settings some more and just hit the play button to see how it affects it. So if you want to go back into your Pathfinder, change the object shape to spring now, and you could come down further and adjust other options in it like the radius setting within it, and you could come up and hit play again and see how that affects your animation in the Container Effects setting. So between the Container Effects and the Pathfinder, there's a lot of settings that you could adjust to make this work for your scene animation. The most important part being this progress percentage down here. Once you can get this to move your containers, then it's all about just coming in and adjusting the various other settings where you want them.